Okay, I think we gotta go. We got a good to go sign. All right. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Um, these little hiccups give us some chance to get some more people viewing before we start. So we're up to 40 viewers now. So welcome, everybody. Um, this is Existentialism Shared, a concert put on by Humanity's Voice, which is UC San Diego's undergraduate concert choir for this winter quarter. Tonight's concert is brought to you by UC San Diego's music department, and we are streaming live from Zoom over to UC San Diego's music department YouTube channel, where you're all watching from now. During tonight's concert, the chat function will be live, which you've already figured out. So as I'm speaking here, throughout the evening, you can go ahead and say hello. You can type questions for us, the performers, the composers. Tell us where you're streaming from and who you know in the group. And we'll try to take some moments throughout the evening to address some of your questions and comments. You'll also find tonight's full concert program in the description underneath your video. So a few technological announcements before we begin. We've already taken some time to work out some audio bugs, but there's also a slight delay that happens between the live Zoom feed and what you're seeing in YouTube. So this may result in a few short pauses between pre-recorded materials and live feeds from Zoom. And it may mean that we don't see your chat messages right away. There might be a 10-second delay. Um, so yeah, it can range from anywhere between 10 and 30 seconds, depending on where you're streaming from. So just be aware of that. It doesn't mean that anything's wrong with your computer or your internet, though that may be a different separate issue. But generally just hold tight and the content should resume normally. And finally, we would recommend that you choose a sound setup that adequately immerses you in tonight's music. So go ahead and grab your headphones or a set of external speakers. Generally, either of those options would be a superior listening experience rather than your computer speakers. We will begin tonight's concert with a special opening act in just a moment, and then we'll come back and meet the performers of Humanity's Voice before the main content of the evening is presented. So, without further ado, here's a word from Barbara Byers, the instructor for UC San Diego's Chamber Singers.
Hello and welcome. I'm excited to be here to support my wonderful student, Amelia Martesic, who will be performing your opening act tonight. So we were in Chamber Singers together, a very cozy class of just the two of us, Amelia and I. And we were looking mostly at medieval music interpretations and Balkan folk music and some 16th century duets. We worked mostly sending each other music back and forth, recordings back and forth, and then doing back and forth call and response style singing. It was just absolutely fantastic to work with Amelia. She's an incredible vocalist. I'll just introduce her very briefly. She's a freshman in the music department. She began studying classical voice at the age of 12 and is pursuing a bachelor's degree in vocal studies at UCSD. For this quarter, she previously enjoyed listening to folk and medieval music, but hadn't learned to sing in these particular styles. So we had a great time working with that. And at our concert, that's Friday at 5. So Amelia has enjoyed exploring the different harmonic sounds of medieval music, practicing new melodic ornamentations and the Balkan styles that we studied in class. And she's also interested in metaphysical philosophies of Kant and Frankfurt and enjoys reading about those theories when she isn't singing. So for this opening act, Amelia will be singing Nature, the Gentlest Mother, arranged by Aaron Copeland.
distantly, and when the sun goes down, her voice among the isles incites a timid prayer of the minutest cricket, the most unaware they fly. When all her children sleep, she turns as long away as will suffice to light her lamps, then bounding from the sky with infinite affection and infinite care, her golden finger on her lap wills silence everywhere. Will silence everywhere.
Thank you so much, Amelia. Not sure if So there were some amazing comments. I don't know if you got to look at them in the chat, but we had Isabel said, "Wow, what a lovely voice." Vegas 052209 said, "Thank you, Amelia, for sharing your gift." It was just an incredible start to our evening. So again, just a plug, if you want to hear more from Amelia and Barbara, um, stop by the same, music YouTube channel on Friday at 5 p.m. and you get to hear more of their work. So thank you guys. Thank you both so much for being here. We'll see you on Friday. So the remaining 8 pieces on tonight's concert are all pieces that the student performers of Humanities Voice proposed during the quarter. 6 of these pieces are entirely original works, composed and performed by the students and receiving their premieres tonight. 1 is a traditional choral piece, and 1 is a creative arrangement of an existing work. All 12 of the students here tonight dove into the worlds of sound design, composition, improvisation, and performance in new and exciting ways, and many also acquired video production skills for the purposes of tonight's concert. So in addition to the pieces presented here, every student produced additional solo and group works over the last 10 weeks, resulting in over 20 completed works this quarter among them. These students have continuously blown me away, and what they've accomplished is no small feat in normal circumstances, so it's that much more astounding given the virtual nature of our current world and our class throughout these 10 weeks. You'll be hearing from many of the creators throughout the evening, but I'd like to take a few minutes first for everyone to meet all of these awesome folks. So we're gonna start off hearing from Jossi, and we'll hear about the inspiration behind tonight's concert theme from her.
Hey everyone, I'm Jossi, and I just wanted to thank you all again for being here today, as well as give another round of applause to Amelia, even though she's not here anymore. Can only snap with one hand. Wonderful, wonderful rendition of nature. Having said that, tonight's concert theme is inspired by the concept of pluralism, viewing truth from a subjective lens so we can treat each version as valid and worthy of exploring. In all honesty, the past year has rocked anyone and everyone to the extent where we see declines in the health of our neighbors and even ourselves. It has us questioning our next moves. Throughout all of this, though, humanity's voice has come to find that one thing is certain: real is what you perceive, and reality can be best experienced through shared eyes. And with that, I'll leave the floor to Sam. Thanks.
Thank you, Jossi. Hello, everyone. My name is Samuel Calto, and I am very thankful that all of you decide to attend tonight's concert. So, I will briefly describe myself. I am a second year student at UCSD. I am a cognitive science major and am minoring in music. And I decided to join this concert choir because honestly, I've just been missing choir a lot. It's getting to that point where we're now all in this shared situation of screens and distancing, and brains forget what being in person is like. Brains forget what being crowded on the rafters singing the same songs at the same time at the same pitch is like. And yeah, I was missing that. So I decided I can squeeze 2 units into my schedule, and I signed up. And it became so much more than just a normal choir. We spent all of our time singing random notes together and working on our own pieces and letting our creativity speak for itself. We didn't judge, we just listened to others' ideas, and we shared anything that came to our minds. And the product you're about to see is the result of 10 weeks of creativity, 10 weeks of working together and sharing and collaborating and rewriting and recording together. I do hope that you enjoy. And now I'd like to introduce Saul.
Hey everybody, my name's Saul. I thank you all for coming, and you'll hear more from me in a sec. I think I'm passing it off to Martin.
Hey guys, I'm Martin. This is my first time ever doing a choir class here at UCSD. It's my second quarter here, and for the class, I went ahead and composed the plain part for Transit Rhapsody, and did many of the baritone / bass sections for a lot of the pieces you're about to hear. I am going to pass this off now to Dennis.
Hello. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for coming through tonight. I don't know. This was not what I expected. Like joining this class, I thought it was gonna be a concert choir, and then I remember seeing Jasper's email saying, "Oh, you don't have to be a singer to like be in this," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Like this is interesting." So yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Diego. I'm kind of same here as Dennis. I didn't really expect to ever find myself in a choir, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here, and I really like the flexibility we've implemented with it. I think Jasper's really made this build your own adventure kind of experience that kind of just brings out the best in everybody, and that was really great. And and I'm excited to show all my efforts with everyone else here. I borrowed their voices and and they let me play with it as I wished. And in addition, I kind of, since they scratched my back, I scratched theirs, and I think we've made some really, really, really fascinating pieces tonight that I'm just excited to see in one long line. So yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you all so much for coming, and I'm now going to pass it on to Alyssa.
Hi, I'm Alyssa. I'm a first year general biology major. And in high school, choir became my second family. It opened me to a whole new world of possibility and creativity, and I'm very thankful for this class to help me continue that journey in music. This class definitely wasn't what I was expecting it to be, and I got to learn a whole bunch of more things about music, including something as simple as coming up with lyrics can be a very intricate process. And so I'm also grateful for all the wonderful people I've met in this class, and I hope to continue working with these people later in the future as well. So with that, I shall pass it off to Vita.
Thank you, Alyssa. Hello, my name is Vita Muccia. I am a senior transfer, meaning this is my 5th quarter going to 6th quarter at UCSD, but I am senior standing. I'm music major and performance vocal major with Alyssa and Amelia, who, or not Alyssa, Isabella and Amelia, who you just heard. And I went in very much as a vocal performance major and got a ton of experience with conceptualization, with editing, and really with collaborating in a choir in a way I'd never done before. Especially doing this over Zoom was possibly one of the most rewarding yet challenging parts of this process. I also took this class asynchronously, so I would kind of pop in and out of this group often, but they welcomed me with open arms, including Professor Sussman, who was always there to help us and provide guidance. So it's been an incredible quarter and really an incredible learning curve for a lot of us. And I think that calling this, Existentialism Shared is really the best way to describe all the different thoughts and musings that we all had this quarter and kind of bringing our exploration together in a really, really productive and beautiful way. And with that, I'll pass it to Isabella.
Hi everyone, I'm Isabella. I'm a second year Gen Bio music minor, and I, like Alyssa and Vita, have been very involved in traditional choirs and been classically trained in voice. But this choir was actually a really great experience for me because I got to learn so much about composition and sound editing and production and all of that. And I obviously got to meet all of these lovely people. And it's something that I don't think I would have gotten if it was an in-person experience. I think it wasn't trying to be a choir on Zoom. It was trying to be something new, something different. And I loved that we went in that direction. So I'm excited to show you that. And I'll give it to Ellarose.
Hi, I'm Ellarose. I am a first year piano performance major and ecology, behavior and evolution major. And I think what drew me to this class was I remember my piano teacher gave me one of the most valuable lessons in becoming a pianist is if you continue with piano, you have to sing. And I think the reason she said that is because when you sing, I think you begin to hear music as actual music and emotion. And I think that's because, we're all biologically, vocalists. Like we all have this like urge to sing. And I think when you sing together, I think I've had probably an awakening and I've been able to begin piano again after not being able to play for like 2 years. So I definitely am so thankful for this class. And I honestly wish I could meet everyone in person at some point. But I think I'll hand it off to Edward.
Hello, how are you guys doing? I'm Ed. I'm a second year, and I, like everyone else here, was not exactly expecting the class that ended up it being, but I'm very thankful for the experience because I was able to delve into experimental music and abstract thinking, as well as a lot of other people. It was really, really fun to collaborate with a bunch of people, even though we hadn't met in person, and we still haven't. Hopefully we will in the future. And overall, I'm very thankful for this whole experience, and all of the projects that have come out of this are really, really cool, and I really hope that y'all enjoy it. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Nhuan.
Hi everyone, my name is Nhuan, and this is my first time doing choir. So everyone is so supportive and nice, and it's a great experience to have. Thank you.
All right. let's get to some music. So the first piece you're going to hear is called Transit Rhapsody, and it's 5 different sections, and each one is inspired by a different mode of transportation. So the first one, it was composed by Martin and is inspired by the plane. The second one is composed by Nhuan, inspired by car. Alyssa composes the third section, inspired by the trolley. I do the fourth section, which is the bus section, and then finally, to close things off, Sam does a section on bicycles. I hope you enjoy.
Dessin. J'ai donc dû choisir un autre métier et j'ai appris à piloter des avions. Je volais un peu partout dans le monde et la géographie, c'est exact, ma book c'est. Bonjour.
Fucking Paul at work, man. Just awful. Doing usual Paul things. He would follow her around and he would just, as you could tell, he was useless for the next 2 or 3 hours or however long she was there, right? Just helping her out and abandoning us at the front register. So that was fun.
I was already 2 months congestion. He tells me, no one fucking rides the bus anyway, dude. What are you doing? And then he's telling me, you're trying to change people's habits. Are you some sort of fucking social engineer? So it's been all day.
So getting up, waking up, 8 a.m. class, only to be greeted by a bunch of tired but crazy middle schoolers just ready to throw anything in my face, sometimes literally.
That I work at earlier this week. Of course, my schedule is flexible, so I only know my hours the day before I work. So my boss needed me to come in extremely early this morning. So I'm running on no sleep, and I'm packing.
Stop requested.
So all these packages needed to go out by 5 p.m. today. So I'm slowed down by teaching the newbie how to use tape, make a box, and shove.
Stop requested. 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 Requested. The bus comes to a complete stop.
Bossman really is quite a jerk.
Guy who keeps the Collins at work.
Wanna pick this job as a clerk. It has been a long day at work.
Been a long day, mister. A long day at work. I should go to bed.
Bossman really did go berserk.
Oh, if you just heard that man burp.
Piles and piles of casework. Stop requested. Requested.
The bus comes to a complete stop.
Now arriving
at Gilman Drive.
On your left.
Ride away without a care today. Saddle up high, tie your helmet tight. Push off now and then make a right, and you'll bicycle away.
Ride and let the wheels roll. Keep it dry, say goodbye to the rain and snow. Pedal quicker,
but let it linger. You're in full control.
Faster crossing traffic, nothing's in your way. No more slowing, keep it going, take a chance and die. So ride, it's time to say hello tonight. Try wave goodbye and it's time and go.
Relax along the shoreline, slide up to the sea. Rhapsody, just take it all in.
So ride and you'll be
on your way.
Hello, it's me again. I know. Just kidding. So,
Now we'll hear from.
Sorry about that. So I did the piece A Panic Attack. So this is a piece that is a depiction, a description and then a depiction of a panic attack. It is very visceral, emotional, and it is dark. There is a video that accompanies the piece that, to me, helps portray the emotions that I was trying to get through the music. And the music is created by a bunch of voices, including most everybody in the Humanities Voice, as well as some guests that were very gracious to allow me to use their voices in this piece. Overall, I'm extremely proud of the product, and I hope that you enjoy. It is, again, like I said, a very dark piece, so be expecting that. Thank you so much.
I don't know how to follow that. That was absolutely incredible. Amazing job. Let me just mute YouTube. Okay, there we go. So I first want to give out a shout out for my piece and thank the composers of these pieces who brought my work to life. Sam, who composed and mixed Zenith, and Saul, who composed and mixed Nader. So World Tour is a two-piece movement. Zenith, meaning the point in the sky, or celestial sphere, which is directly above an observer, and Nader is the point that's directly below an observer. So in my piece, these stars are personified celestial beings, strong, powerful beings that gaze down on humanity and just shine their bright light. They speak to each other, calling and echoing, and these stars live into harmony together in the night sky until one is blown out of the sky by a supernova. This is when the next piece, Nader, occurs, and she's taken from the highest point and thrown down to her lowest point. She lands in the dry desert and is immediately faced with hardship, and as she has to endure these harsh new landscapes. She tries her best to go through the trying land to get back to the heavens, stumbling and wandering to find food and water, but to no avail. She braves a sandstorm, and she's enlightened by the calls from her other stars, and she pushes forward with hope. However, her efforts are in vain as she joins the sand in the dry desert.
da 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 da. Dum 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 dum.
I'm not really sure where to go from there. Wow, what an explosive ending. Um, I think one of the beautiful things about this gathering of people is that we just made such a varied show. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn off the YouTube audio. But yeah. So yet again, to follow up with that trend of a variety and different spices of things, I kind of took a piece where I decided to take everyone's voices here and try to turn it into something rhythmic and exciting without really asking them for much. I kind of wanted just to get their raw vocal tone, and I felt like with everyone together, it would just blend beautifully and make something interesting. And yeah, so without further ado, this next piece is called Mouth Sounds.
We'll be hearing from Jossi next about her piece, Traveling Through Sound.
Amazing, amazing. I don't even know what to say. I'm all tripped up now. So you're going to hear Traveling Through Sound next. And the goal here is to hear underwater acoustics. I was like hearing myself in the background, and simultaneously act as a de-stressor. So we're looking at different depths to see how sound might be interpreted there, while allowing multiple soothing elements to work toward alleviation of negative feelings or emotions, however dormant they may be. I would also like to take this time to acknowledge our mental health as a community, or lack of. During these times, it's so easy to neglect something obscure and swept under the rug. And yet, it's something so crucial to success in any form. So, Traveling Through Sound uses this idea and attempts to replicate the dissonance that may be likened to what we're going through today. I would love to thank Humanity's Voice an obscene number of times. It wouldn't be possible without your support and passion for the idea. So thank you. I hope that you enjoy the journey, and most importantly, that you come out of this session with a mind at ease. Thanks.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, did you do it? No, I didn't. Shit, I didn't do it either.
It's 7 o'clock.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you've all been studying for that test. Let's get to it.
Coronavirus, COVID-19, pandemic.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we know. A Washington state resident fell ill after returning from Wuhan, China, where the outbreak began. Officials now say more than 400 people have been sickened and 9 people have died.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you've all been doing well and staying safe. Let's go ahead and give it a couple more minutes for more people to trickle in before we get started.
Honey, dinner's ready.
Mom, I'm in class.
Professor, I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry about that, class. Can you see my screen?
No, we can't see anything, Professor.
Huh? Okay, one second. I clicked screen share. Interesting.
Are you trying to share sound as well? Because you have to click a little box thingy before you hit share if you want to do that.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Thank you. Okay, class. For today's assignment, we're going to be watching a special news report. Make sure you take good notes.
The risk to the American people remains very low.
Tapping Vice President Pence to head up the administration's coronavirus response.
Millions urged to work from home. Airlines now canceling flights.
The virus now in every region of this country.
We don't have enough tests today.
Wall Street's worst day in more than a decade. A growing list of schools, events, conferences, and concerts called off.
The Olympics postponed.
Shoppers rushing stores to buy essentials.
The World Health Organization is now classifying the virus as a global pandemic.
The flu has a mortality of 0.1%. This has a mortality of 10 times that.
New York City becomes the red-hot center.
You picked the 26,000 people who are going to die because you only sent 400 ventilators.
Everyone describes all the critical care units as war zones.
U.S. now leading the world in deaths.
Federal government now recommending Americans who live in hotspots to wear face masks.
Every state in the country back to business.
Operation Warp Speed.
Social distancing is absolutely critical.
Today, we're hitting 200,000 deaths.
An American is now dying every 36 seconds.
This is the reality of what COVID really looks like.
Good day, everyone. We're coming on the air to bring you a major development of the battle against the COVID-19 pandemic. A key FDA advisory committee has just voted to recommend emergency use authorization for the Pfizer vaccine.
To the people we've lost along the way, a moment of silence. As we look onto the horizon, the first rays of a brand new day begin to shine, peering through the clouds as they illuminate the sky and bring forth hope in the chaos of these times. To my loved ones and neighbors, passers-by and friends, like every chapter in a novel, a beginning always follows an end. With the finish nearly in sight, sit by the water to ponder and reflect, not only to the past, but give thanks and look forward to what comes next.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to give a quick comment on The Awakening. This piece is one that's very near and dear to my heart. This is something that I sang at the final concert at the end of every year in my high school choir. And it was our way of saying thank you to music, of appreciating it and not taking it for granted. The lyrics say, I dreamed a dream where music was gone, where no birds sang, where no pipers played, where no dancers twirled, and what a tragic world that would be. And I find that this is now the world that we find ourselves in, where we have to do a Zoom concert and we don't get to sing with each other in person. And as much as fun as this was, it's not the same. But at the end of this piece, it says, awake, 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 awake from this bad dream. And what I take away from this is that we're in a bad dream right now, and that we will one day wake up, and we will one day be able to cherish music once again and sing with each other once again, and share that connection as we have in the past. So yeah, thank you for listening to that. Yeah, I guess a final thank you that we're all going to go around and say a final thank you, but thank you for listening to all of these pieces. It was really wonderful to share with all of these people and to share with you. Whoever wants to go next.
I'll start. I don't know, I'll throw my hat in to begin. There's so many folks I do want to thank in this group. I know I mentioned earlier it's because I was working asynchronously, but the support and the camaraderie that we were able to garner in this group has been really, really inspiring. And I'm just really glad that we got to do this together at this particular time. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for your contributions. Those of you that worked on Contract of Love, I want to thank you all specifically. I did it privately, but I will say it publicly here. Thank you to the audience for attending. Thank you to Professor Sussman. That is definitely what I need to say. And just thank you all for letting me pop in and out, because that was my whole thing. So it's very appreciated that you were also open, generous, and accepting of that.
I would like to also say a big thank you to everyone that attended, everyone who participated in my piece. I know it was a very hard ask. I literally was like, hey, just send me recordings of you making weird noises. That's what I'd like for you. No. And that's what happened. But I would also like to thank Professor Sussman a lot, because she really helped me structure this piece, and she helped everyone. Just me personally, my experience with it, she really helped me structure the piece and kind of find the right flow that I needed and all that stuff. And it would not sound the same way if it wasn't for her guidance. And I really appreciate her for that. And once again, big thank you to everyone. And whoever would like to go next may now.
I'll go ahead. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I see my family's in the chat. I also see a bunch of friends in the chat. So thank you, guys. One very special thing for me is that my grandma, all the way on the East Coast in upstate New York, I believe is watching through YouTube. And then I think it's a Zoom that's being screen shared. So I'm really happy you're here, Nanny. And I don't think you've ever been to one of my concerts before. So it's funny that it took the pandemic for this to happen. And I'm really glad that it did. Bye.
I'll hop in. I already kind of said everything I needed to say in our private chats, but just for the sake of the record, I just wanted to, put it out there and say that this whole experience was just really blessed, and the energy was so supportive, and everyone came in with their own ideas, and no idea was a bad idea, and we all kind of guided each other. We added to each other. We add depth to all of our ideas, and I honestly am just blown away by the outcome. I really didn't expect to see such wide variety of material that is also of such high quality in such different ways, and it all works for different, and it got me emotional, and that was quite a ride. So I appreciate getting to know everyone here. I appreciate everyone that is watching at home, and I cannot wait to have something like this with all of you in person.
Sorry, quickly just forgot to say, I forgot to say one thank you, which is to my friend. I'm so sorry, I know. I just wanted to say thank you to my friend Annabelle, who helped me with a lot of the footage. Again, none of it would have been possible without her. I forgot to say that, though. Thank you.
Jasper, watching, everyone who will watch. I love you guys after just 2 months, so don't read into what that says about me. My family is beyond proud. I'm beyond proud of what we were able to accomplish together. So I can't wait to see what's next. Over.
I can't say too much that hasn't been said already. So, besides the obvious thank you to my friends for attending, thank you to my family, thank you to my peers here who have created this amazing mark in of this moment in time. One more thing to thank is for all of you for letting music into your hearts and keeping it there.
I just want to give a little shout out to those who came to me. So, hello, mom, dad, my brother, and then my best friend, Callie. So, I love you all.
I think that maybe is everyone, unless Martin, Dennis, or Nhuan want to have any last remarks.
I really do appreciate working with everyone here. It was really nice to finally be part of, some sort of community at UCSD, and not to mention one that I was able to, we were all able to work just really well together, and I think the end result shows for itself, right? So for all of you and Professor Sussman, I thank you very much.
Hello. I don't know what to say. Everyone pretty much said it already. I want to thank everyone that came through tonight. And a special shout out to everyone here in Existentialism Shared, this concert. I don't know, it's been tough, being a musician has been tough for everybody this last year. And for me personally, I kind of lost my love for music, and this being my second quarter at UCSD. I don't know what to say, man. You guys reminded me of it. So special thank you guys.
All right. Well, it's hard to, wrap up. But thank you, listeners. Thank you, family, friends, everyone that came out to listen to this concert tonight. I echo those sentiments that's already been spoken by Humanity's Voice here. We are hoping to continue working together beyond now. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out for that. But yes, this has been an extraordinary experience, just getting to know all of you. I am very proud of the work that's been done, and we'll leave you with that. Thank you all for your comments in the chat. This event will be published after tonight, so you can rewatch it, get those vibes, go listen to any specific, pieces that you want after the fact. But definitely, thank you so much. And that concludes our production this evening. So good night. We'll see you again later. Have a great night.